Structural directives. In this video, we are going to discuss about what are structural directives, simple example program to understand ngIf, ngFor, and ngSwitch built-in directives. Generally, these structural directives are used to restructure the DOM, typically by adding, removing, and manipulating the elements. Like attribute directives, structural directives also use with HTML elements, and these HTML elements are called as host elements. These host elements can be added, removed, and manipulated depending on the expression that is passed to these directives. As we know, ngIf, ngFor, and ngSwitch are the built-in structural directives in Angular. Let us try to understand these. Structural directives follows a special syntax. The directive should prefix with the star. Okay. Suppose if you want to use ngIf, you have to write star ngIf is equal to some expression which returns true or false. If that expression returns true, then the specific host element will be added to the DOM and it will be displayed on browser. If that expression returns false, then that host element will be removed from the DOM and it will not display on browser. Okay, now if you want to use ngFor, and generally this is used for the set of values where for each value in that set of values, specific host element will be added to the DOM. Okay, suppose here list is one host element, and we are using ngFor with this host element. Star ngFor is equal to, let's see, let is used to define the temporary variable. Here C is the temporary variable of countries. Then for each value in countries, this list element will be added to the DOM. So list of countries will be displayed on browser. Okay. Ng switch is basically used to display one of the multiple host elements on browser. Okay. Here ng switch is the attribute directive, so we should use it as attribute is equal to some value we need to pass it. Then we need to write the switch cases where this value is matched with this switch cases. If any value matches, then specific host element will be added to the DOM and it will be displayed on browser. We can define the default value also where no matches occurs. This default host element will be added to the DOM and it will be displayed on browser. Here we should note one point. Multiple structural directives cannot be used with a single host element. Okay, but in case of attribute directives, we can use multiple attribute directives to a host element. Let us try to understand all these things with simple example program. Yeah, this is the simple application which was created by Angular CLI. Here, these are the files which are related to app component, app module, and routing module. Let me modify app component. Let me delete all these things for simplification. Let me add one p tag. Okay. Let me save it. And we can see the output test for ngIf, right? Let me modify this by adding ngIf tag. ngIf is equal to, then we need to write some expression here which returns true or false. Directly we can write true. We can see the output. We can make it false. Okay, that is gone. Okay, otherwise we can write one variable in component class. Let me v is visible of type boolean. Let me add first true value. Sorry. let's see. Let me refer this one in template. And now it is displaying. If I change the value to false, it will not it will be removed from the DOM, so that it will not display on browser. Okay, like this we can use ngIf. We can write the conditional statements also, where that conditional expression will give true or false depend on the values passing from the component class. This is the way we can use ngIf. Okay, now let us try to understand ngFor. Okay, generally ngFor works on set of values. So let me define some set of values. Let me take the same example, countries. Let me define this as a string array. Okay, we can assign some set of string values. Let me add it in a constructor. If you want to refer countries, we need to write this dot countries. Okay, just it is expecting the set of string values. Let me add some string values. Some countries values. Okay. Okay, suppose these values if I want to display on HTML, generally the practical case is these values we will get it from the server or service by using the service. Okay, these set values we will assign it to countries, and those values we need to display it on template. Okay, let me use p tag only to display each country value. Okay, in place of ngIf, let me use ngFor. Okay, for that we need to refer this here. We have to write let c is the temporary variable of countries. This c we can refer within the host element or successes of that host element. Let me use this one here only. See, let's see the output. Yeah, we can see that three p elements have been added to the DOM, and those values are displaying on browser. Okay, suppose if I want to, if I added one more country, automatically it will be displayed on browser. This is the way we can use ngFor. Most of the cases we will use this ngFor. Suppose here in component class we are getting the list of employees from server. Okay, if those employees if we want to display in table format, then you have to use ngFor with the table element in HTML. Okay, this is the way we can use ngFor. Okay, let us try to understand ng switch. Okay, here also I'm using p tags only. First let me write switch case. I'm using it in div tag, where ng switch we need to use it as a attribute director. Here we need to pass one value. Let me get this value from here only. Country. Let me declare it as string. Let me add some value. Okay. Okay. Now, if I'm going here, that value I will refer here. Let me say copy it. Here we can write the switch cases. I'm using p tag only. Okay. If you want to use ng switch, you have to use star ng switch case is equal to, we need to write some text here, so it will be country will be matched with this text. Okay, then I want to display some rupee currency. In this way we can write the multiple switch cases. Okay, if it is the Germany, that will be euro. uh, then we can write the default case also. Let me write some default case. We need to use star ng ng switch default is equal to default. We need to specify, that's it. Then we have to write the default value, no currency. Let me put it. Okay, let me remove this thing. Okay, now let us see the output. Yeah, we passed India, that's why it is displaying a rupee. Let me modify this by passing Germany. We can see the euro. If I pass some other value, some Poland, let me pass Poland, then default parameter value will be added to the DOM and it will be displayed no currency. This is the way we can use structural directives in Angular. Okay, thank you.